game performance will really show up for these players that are able to bring it onto this stage. Phase 1 circle, Maxman. It's edging towards a military base. Could we see a military base in game 1 of Wrangle?
I want to see a bunch of weebs just storming Area 51 and just running in Naruto style right now. So I'm hoping to see that. But that's going to be Team Ind. They're actually going for the military base. So I'm going to say Team Ind takes the win. There you go. I said it. If they drop in military base, they're the winner for me.
Well, who's going to come out and who's going to land in Pachinki? What teams are going to...
Where's Exquest Dev? They're not going for it. Seems like it. Seems like the players are moving very, very slowly right now. But it seems like we're going to have Team IT. They're going there. Team 7. And Team Secret once again. Like, teams are going on the edge. Where's Team Kesso? They're on the edge. And they're very close. I can't see all the names, unfortunately.
They're down towards the middle of the circle, on the edge of the island, on the edge of the mainland. One thing that is interesting to note is Purple Mood, and they're splitting a 2-2 up towards the north. So they're looking to play somewhat of a safe early game, loot up as 2 pairs of 2. And then, of course, join later on in the game. Omen Elite, they're all in one vehicle. Even in the early stages, I still think that's a bit risky, right? You don't want to have all 4 players in the one vehicle. You want to split up. You want to have each member occupying a vehicle on their own. Of course, it's going to put you in a safer position because if they fire up onto one of those vehicles, there's only a real chance you're going to lose one person. I'm
actually okay with it. I think it's okay because you just instantly drop, and you want to like go to a better looting position and just super fast at that stage. Not a lot of teams are going to have weapons or like really mid to long range weapons, so you have time to do that. This is the only moment when they can allow themselves to do that kind of play style.
Bingo.
After, don't do it. If we see teams like 4 members in one car, we are going to talk about it, and we will trash talk live. Okay.
Oh, mega low. So what is also interesting to note is that the plane trajectory was more towards the east side of the map. It went from north to south. We still seen the likes of Deformia and TES go to Georgepool. So they have gotten into a vehicle and they've moved in. Well, actually, Deformia, they're split 2 and 2. But either way, they're looking to kind of play a bit of a safer spot. I do worry that Deformia might come into a bit of trouble, but no, sorry, my apologies. It's not Deformia, it's Omen. My humble apologies.
A lot of teams are going on the edge, so that's going to be the same kind of play style from Team Secret. They play on the edge just like Team Kesso, and they are pretty close together. So we're expecting the same kind of game. Like it seems like they don't really shift it depending on the map, which I like to see. They stay still really confident, and Team Kesso worked out for them. They got second position last game on Sandhawk. So if it ain't broke, you know, don't fix it.
If it isn't broke, don't fix it. So yeah, sorry, it was Omen Elite that all in one vehicle. They did move into North Georgepool compound. Top Esports, they are with them, but they're on the south side, so they shouldn't come together early on. We do see down towards the south side, a couple of teams are heading towards Primorsk, so that's something that's going to be a little bit interesting. So these teams are splitting up. As we know, at Wrangle, it's a much bigger map, Maximum, so these teams can find a looting spot that they really prefer, that they like, depending on the circles.
And that plane was actually pretty like central. It was a little bit hard to like reach the west coast of the map, but some teams just had to drive there, as you mentioned. Like there was Team Omen, Team Kesso, Team Secret. They had to get into vehicles, go over to their main loot location, which they did, and they got it now, so they're chill. But they're gonna have to start rotating at some point in time, even though it's the first circle. Tick damage is very, very low, so they can allow themselves to overstay a little bit. But if you stay out in the blue zone too long, you will get shut down and like gatekept by the teams that are in the circle, and the teams that are going to be in the circle are going to be the Asian teams, because once again, that is their play style. Get in the middle of the circle and gatekeep anyone that's trying to get close to that environment.
Kurd squad, they occupy school right now. I really like school as a spot to get to early on. The reason why is because you have easy access to Rozhok, you have easy access to the apartments, you have a good field of vision of the areas around you on the map, and more than likely, more often than not, unless it's a super hard shift, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in circle.
And also, it's just a really good loot location.
Yeah.
You can just loot up an entire 4-man squad, which is great. And if you just unfortunately don't have enough, go over to apartment. And then you just finish your entire setup, and then you can start looking for kill, looking for blood, and trying to take that win. So it's a really good location to go for.
And if there is action in Rozhok, you're going to hear it. So therefore, you can then change up your game plan according to if you want to go into Rozhok. So I really like school apartments, but we're seeing some early action as Nova, Monster Shield, spotting out all Rejection Gaming in those vehicles down to about half health. But he does manage to get away.
But they were split. So even if it did die, that was not the end of their story. So they're good to go. And this is, I do not like this compound, is where it's open, and if you have to shift away from it, you're going to have a really hard time doing so. So I'm not a big fan, but here it is. Once again, all rejection gaming, looking for kills, but in the cars, when it started up, the car, it is pretty fast. It can be a little bit hardcore to get those shots down, but you can anticipate if you do have a nice nice angle, but yeah, it didn't quite work out.
The Formula started on the edge of Rosshawk. Now they're in the center of the circle. The amount of teams that are around them, as we've seen all rejection gaming, there's XQF, there's Nova Monster Shield. They're all in such a small space.
I'm going to have to try and be very cautious about that because I might lose a few teams early on, which would be very unfortunate on their angle because you're expecting extremely passive, like way more passive than we had last game. Having a few angles. Here it is, Omen. They're still at the same location. They haven't really rotated out. They're just trying to expand a little bit, trying to get as much good loot as possible. Once again, one weapon that some of these teams might be looking for is a Kar 98 or any kind of like snipers, DMRs that can be, at this stage of the game, so impactful because the map is so big.
That's dead right. The Kar 98 and any other bolt action is really going to pay off. So, you know, one gun that I know the likes of Team Queso do love is the Mini 14. It's one of their favorite guns, as well as the likes of the M4 and the SLRs. They really love the SLR.
If they can get their hands on it, I'm sure they're going to have one hell of a good time. Talking about that, From Hell Not Here.
Yeah. So, side of Team Top. Man, I like their position right now. I like where they're really standing. It gives them a bit of an idea. A couple of the teams did go to military base. That's something that we're going to have to be aware of because it's next circle shift. It still could end up being in military. I doubt it will, to be honest. So the teams that are in military base, which is right now Team Ind.
Team Ind, yeah.
And I don't know exactly who that is, Team 15. It's something that if they leave it too late with this next circle shift, they could be bridge camped by another team.
I think that crate is not worth it. Just in the dead center of the water, yeah, just don't go for it. No one's going to really get that. And I think the loot is not that insane. Another big up. Okay, no military base ending. I am an extremely sad boy. Rip, like, F in chat, please.
Mimi sad, man.
Mimi sad boy. And teams are going to start focusing really early on to start shifting towards Team Queso. Like, once again, on the edge, they have that coastline, which can be so important at this stage of the game. If you do still have a coastline with that river, so you only have to take care of 180 degrees of the map. As we do have a fight coming on through. Team Ind trying to stop some of the members here of Top from rotating inland, but seem like, unfortunately, not many shots will be connecting. Then you got Alice as a knock, and they're going to able to flush that one away. Sangmin going to be also taking, nice few shots there.
Yeah.
But, might have to go through the water to get back to the mainland.
That's always a risk when a couple of teams are start a military base and circle ends up going towards mainland island. In my opinion, they should have gotten in the boat because there was always a high chance that there wouldn't have been a lot of teams landing in military base, getting in the boat, or two of them getting in the boat and two more going over the bridge. It would have given them a safer option. But they're looking for that second kill. They're looking to really put a lot of pressure as it does come out. Great shots coming out from that member of Team Ind.
Yeah, and as you said, like when you're trying to shift away from military base as multiple teams, you know that some teams are going to have some casualties, and that will be this time around for Team Top. But Top, though, they're going to try and take the reverse action and trying to look actually to protect that bridge. But though they're going to see Pittsburgh. They did clash with XQuest F a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
And XQuest F, they did get 3 knocks. They can try and flush it in.
But look at Top Esports. They're looking to join the party. They're looking to get a bit of action onto Pittsburgh Knights. They're looking to wipe them out early on. But moves like Jagger gets one knockdown.
Looking not too good here. Okay, that Top Esports, they're only having one. No, that's actually for the side of Pittsburgh Knight, not looking that good. But Top Esports also, so that was right. Both teams only have 1 member remaining, but still 3 members you can potentially revive on the side of Top Esports. So I do not think that this is a fight that Fireboy is going to have an easy time taking home, because they seem like now that they should back up. He should get away.
He should get away. Because Monarch and Wi-Fi did get revived up, so Jagger coming in absolute clutch, getting 2 knockdowns for his side. As I said, he's got the moves, he's got the plays, he's got those frags in his pocket.
And that is how you compound breach. Also, you can use that footage as a tutorial on how to compound breach. That was really well executed by their side. So we're going to see a little bit more about the Knights this time around. And going to have Team Top then. They were trying to defend the bridge, trying to gatekeep the mainland away from Team Ind, but even then, I think it's pretty risky to try and gatekeep when you're 2v4. So they're just going to try and get into the next compound, maybe loot a little bit extra, but they just want to avoid fights as much as possible.
Yep. Now we do see one member of Top Esports. Of course, kills being secured all around the place. Team Queso representing Argentina, Uruguay, and the whole of the Spanish-speaking Latin American community in this preliminary finals, looking to really do themselves proud. They've packed enough for a week, and they said even if they haven't, they'll just look for a laundry place. So they're feeling that confident to get into the top 5. Of course, they ended game 1 with a 2nd place and finish and a 3rd place overall with 4 kill points.
It seemed like the extra pair of pants will be coming in useful, Imperium. And that's a big shift, actually. Going towards the north area, away from the coastline, away from everything. You only have a few teams in there. It's going to be Nova Monster Shield and also Purple Mood. So they're going to be pretty good. But already you can see a few teams, like also the Formula, they are going instantly for the circle. They know that there are not many teams there because there were not a lot of compounds, so they can get a really good location early on.
Purple Mood, they have shelter, and it's inside circle, and it's south enough that if the circle shifts down south, they're going to be safer. Even if the circle shifts north, there's a high chance they're still going to be safe. The one thing that these teams are going to look to avoid is the fields of Yasnai. No team is going to really want to go anywhere near there. You're going to be looking at the compounds just outside those fields, but between that road, that is going to be a really important part for these teams to look to.
Because you mentioned that there's actually a compound in the middle of the fields. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Exactly.
It's a trap.
Exactly.
Don't go there. Otherwise, if the circle shifts, you're going to be so easy to shut down. You'll have to use all your utility early on or go into cars. And I would not recommend to do that at this stage of the game. So just seemed like there's one team falling for it.
I think the Formia are going. Oh, are they?
Are they? Please don't do it. It's a trap. Please.
They're doing it.
Oh, no.
Okay. Look, at the end of the day, they're making their decision. They're making their bed. The good thing is that they have 3 vehicles with them, max man. So there is a higher chance if they have to exit out of this compound on 3 vehicles, there's a higher chance that at least one of them will be able to survive. But I still don't like where they have occupied themselves.
Yeah, it could work out. It seems like another team is going to be rotating. That is Team Queso, and they seem to go towards the same kind of area.
Yeah.
But if we have a fight in the fields, that would be a little bit unfortunate. I do believe so. We're going to have a nice little look at now.
Like,
Team Deformia, as we were talking about.
Look how clever. Of course, we see the map, a live map, on a separate screen ourselves. Like, Team Queso, they were down on the coastline. And they've made their way up through the west side. Yeah, of course, there's a couple of compounds on the east side that nobody, other than possibly Pittsburgh Knights, have gone anywhere near.
There's still a few compounds that are not really taken over, so I think they could try and go for it. Purple Mood, this is a really good location to defend, but it's a really bad location to leave. So a lot of teams, like a lot of these locations, they're really good to defend, but if the circle shifts away from you, we're going to have a really hard time getting yourself in a good position to take the later stages of the game. So I got to say the level of anticipation is not as high as I was expecting in this first game of Erangel.
What I don't like about where Team Secret have occupied, again, to be somewhat of a devil's advocate, the next circle could stay westwards, but then if the circle after shifts eastwards, well, actually, no, it's gone southeast. Oh, my Lord. See, now they're going to have to cut across 2 roads to get into that circle. It's the riskiest play. When you have to cross a road in the later circles, you're completely open and you're completely exposed. You've nowhere you can hide behind. So when you have to go across these roads, as Team Secret are looking to do early on, it's definitely the best choice. But either way, we see TES, they're taking shots against them. They're really going to have to be aware as we talk about this next circle shift went deep southwards for these teams.
I think the Deformia might be okay. Because there's no team to really gatekeep him. And they should be able to rotate inwards pretty easily. Seem like they're going for that. X-Quest Def going to be clashing back, and Jagger going to be knocked away. That was one of their main, like, their only like carry they had last game on Sandhawk. So losing him this early on is not going to be looking that good. And a few teams starting to clash up, and we still got 53 players on the board. And it's starting to go down real quick.
Oh man, this is it. This is where we're getting to the 16, 17-minute mark where the Phase 4, Phase 5 comes into play and these teams do come closer together. We are seeing Kurd Squad get a knockdown to one member of Team Secret. Purple Mood still occupying this building, this compound, but I have a feeling they might want to move when it comes to the next circles because I think it's going to come slightly against them. Nova Monster Shield across that road.
I think this is the end. See you later, Alligator. Team in going to get another shutdown and taken away.
I love the way they just go into the car. It's like, we've done our job. Let's move out.
It's like when you have an
Let's
explosion in your back with the sunglasses on and you look super epic.
Yeah,
like that is just kind of a play
exactly.
we had just there. But guess what? Okay.
Yeah.
We talked when we were casting the wildcard series. We were talking about something called the Shack of Dreams, the shack of everything. And I would not recommend to do that because one grenade, poof, and you're gone.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands him. Shaq.
The only thing I remember about Shaq is eating some freaking like chicken wings, but that's okay.
Man. Yeah, I really don't like, you know, especially because right by the road you have Indian Tigers, Kurd Squad. Hey, look, the Indian team Indian-based team seem to like these shacks.
Seems like their studio, maybe. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Either way.
So how many teams we still have? We still have 14 teams. We are now 18 minutes into the game. 47 players. So still, like, the number of teams haven't gone down that much, but just a few teams now going to have to deal with maybe 2 or 3 players. So later stages of the game, that's going to be really impactful. We've got to try and be as cautious as possible as we're checking out the where these teams are trying to shift. Not a big amount of compounds, so this is probably going to be a snake ending, and going to be really important to try and get into, like, try and anticipate where the circle's going to be, because shifting away at this stage of the game is going to be extremely complicated.
It really is. Like, right now, the team that's looking the strongest is Nova Monster Shield, because they have the center of the circle, a way that they can really survive against. We see the Formia, they're looking to stay inside the circle. They are in it for now, but as I said, this road is playing a big part because you have Indian Tigers are there. You also have Omen Elite, who really made their way from George Pool, and that final member of Pittsburgh Knights is also there, which is Wi-Fi.
Nova Monster Shield, they are looking so good right now.
They are.
They have the only insane compound is in this entire location, and it's so good to defend.
But Max, man,
yeah,
look at what's in the middle of the circle. A road.
So it's going to split.
So are you going to go north? Are you going to go south?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side, of course.
Okay.
There's no pun there. I'm sorry to disappoint, but...
Oh. Well, don't quit your day job.
Okay, will do.
Okay. Anyway, we're seeing XQF start to go onto the side of the Formia. Matic does get taken out, and he's on his own, but the good thing is that you still have a couple of players left on his side that are going to be able to survive. They are in that vehicle going towards Team 2, but either way, Mavi from Indian Tigers getting put down to low health as outsider along with Memo. They're looking to stay dipped behind this road.
Yeah, this road is going to be a really big location to play around. Roads at this stage of the game, they're not your friends, they're your mortal enemies. Yeah. And Omen Esport, they're praying down, they have this terrain to work with. I really like it. That's a really good location to work with. Also, especially in third-person view, you can actually see and scout everything around you without being scouted back. So that can really go their way. But here it is, the rush on through. The two Shack teams going up against each other. Card Squad trying to defend this Shack as well as possible. And that will be potentially the end of Tigers. But here it is, the rush Card Squad. It seemed like it was going over to Kurd Squad, and then you just get rushed really badly. Oh my god.
Omen Elite realized this and go, okay, we're going to look to pick up the pieces, guys. The grenades start flying out, and they are going to secure these games. But talking about grenades, XQF, Purple Mood Esports fighting over this compound. Navin comes out with a fantastic frag grenade to knock down XF.
This is your opportunity to shut down XQuest F, and here it is. They get the kills. XQuest F going to be taken down in 12th position. And this, we said that earlier, this is going to be a really hard compound to rush and take over. And even XQuest F cannot do it.
Man, okay. That's answered our questions, but we do see now Team Queso going up against Nova Monster Shield, and Marco has been knocked down. Axel's being knocked down. Mystic prones himself down, gets a knockdown behind this wall, Maxman.
Oh, nice little bit of damage coming back and forth. He's going to be able to get the higher opportunity and take the high ground on this one. Here it is, a little bit of damage back and forth. He's so low, and they have 3 members down. This might be the end of Team Queso that happened to be second position last game, but Grenade coming on through was not cooked whatsoever. He's next to the car. But he's going to have to rush away. He's looking for the rush, looking for the opportunity. Solo, can he get it? Oh my god, that will not be the case. But he did get a regen just a few seconds ago, and here it is. Team Queso now really was only 1 member remaining, and one of the most aggressive players on their side. So this might be, unfortunately, Team Queso going out in 10th position. But still, this is a cold war, not much going on. And still, because they have the compound, Nova, Monster Shield, they can just regen back up again and again and again. And that is not something the Team Queso has. They only have that utility that they popped up early. When there's no more utility, that is the end of their story.
But we do see that they are reviving themselves up. Axial was able to keep his team alive as a one-man army, and now they're being revived. So I believe it is going to work in their favor for now. So let's see what happens between these 2 times. We do see Mystic has been fragged out right now, but A4 is looking for him. What's he going to fight?
Purple Mood, they're rotating inwards. Like, they're going to have 3 teams just, like, rushing this compound. And no, even if you have the prime location, that is a lot of pressure for Nova Monster Shield. But here it is. Gonna have to see how it's going to work out. Team in. Then you have 1 member just a little bit far away there on his own, taking his time, avoiding the fight as much as possible. Team Queso able to almost regen back up Quaxel, maybe, but it seems very... I think that's going to be a little bit risky, because if you get up, people in the back can see you and you get shut down.
The good thing is that even though they're outside compound, they are in circle, and they have a lot of vehicles and protection around them between the wall. And with Overrejection Gaming coming in to try and third party, this could actually favor Team Queso.
And I think that was Team In getting eliminated there. Yeah, there it is. That was in 10th position, Team In. And Team Queso still fine, able to regen back up. So now they're back to 2 players. And Nova Monster Shield, they're doing so well. With some mouth pressure applied on them, they're doing so well with that compound. But be careful, though, as we have 1 team. All Rejection Gaming, they took down X-Quest. No, that was by Purple Move. They are trying to look to get this compound under potential, secure it, but it's not going to work out.
Like, you see essentially 2 members of Nova Monster Shield on the west side of that, and you see 2 members of Nova Monster Shield on the east side. The fear is that they're kind of getting put under pressure. However, RG are coming in here. RG Locker is still kept going. Jingong on the side of RG has been knocked down, so that's really something they're going to have to be aware of. We do see Omen Elite are coming in. Indian Tigers are also coming in.
Indian Tigers coming in, but also getting shut down slowly but surely. They lost another one of their members just a few seconds ago by Omen Elite. This is going to start to lose a few more teams. Still 8 teams remaining in such a small circle. There's only 1 compound, and the circle is almost closed up, Imperium. I can't wait to see where it's going to be. If it's not on the compound, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. But here it is, Koala trying to make some work. Quaxel also extremely low.
It's
Koala?
No, it's Ajala.
Ajala?
The Y is pronounced a J, but that is Big C. Is on a kill streak right now. Ajala does get knocked down. Axial once again, the final member left alive, but a grenade comes out, and that is going to be Team Queso getting taken out. RG Star have also been eliminated. Suddenly, we're down to 5 teams and 13 players left standing. Omen Elite looking pretty good, but they have to move inside the circle because that final circle is stayed down south, and Nova Monster Shield, they are in prime location.
This game just got Thanos snap. Snap your finger, half of the team's gone, Imperium. But now Omen Esports, Team Secret, they're not looking too good, because if they want to get to the circle, they have to go through that entire open field, and you might get shut down because you have a few teams. Look at that Purple Mood, really good location to work with. They have a little bit of a dip in the terrain, so they can really use that to their advantage. And you see that, unfortunately, not a big section of the compound is in the next circle, so Nova Monster Shield are going to try and get a little bit forward.
Look at this, Purple Mood Esports. They kind of went in with the vehicle to help themselves as of Omen Elite, because you can use that vehicle as protection. Of course, you want to blow it up beforehand, but these teams, they have to get closer to the circle. They do have to get inside it, because to phase 7 blue damage is a lot. As you seen 1 knockdown come out. Outsider coming in clutch for a side. We see what they can do in a 1v1 situation as Team Secret and Nova Monster Shield come together.
Team Secret, 1-man army trying to storm over Nova Monster Shield, but not having a high amount of success, just getting 1 takedown. And he's the last member up. That's going to be Stu 9K. And trying to aid himself back up against the circle, but I think that might be the end of the story. Gonna try and maybe get an extra position if a team gets flushed down in the process, but that doesn't seem very likely. And Purple Mood, you can see in the bottom right of your screen, they are just like praying for help right now because this is not going their way.
You gotta give credit where credit is due. He's using all the medkits he has, but he has no more, so now he has to try and make his way in. Is he gonna survive? No, he gets taken out by Seagull, and that is gonna be Team Seeker taken out. We are down to 3 teams, 8 players left alive. Nova, Monster, Shield, Omen Elite, and Purple Mood.
I think the one team that's going to be taken, it seems like it might be Nova, Monster Shield. They have every single piece of protection they need, which is not the case for Purple Mood or Team Secret whatsoever.
But what's this next phase? What is this phase 8 going to show up? Is it going to shift up northwards?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes still back down south, and you're dead right, Max. On Nova, Monster, Shield, they are in prime location.
Yeah, I just said Team Secret. Sorry, I meant actually Omen in Omen Elite.
Yeah.
And Omen, now, last member is going to be up still on the side of Purple Mood, so maybe he can just prone down, get second position.
But he has to cross the road, so you can't prone down going across the road. What, they're going to think you're a snail? They're going to think you're a chicken and let you cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road? But he couldn't, so no, just can't get there. But yeah, there's nothing really like to add there. It's just, it speaks for itself. You can see the map, you can see the location, you can see exactly what's going on. You have one. This is like a castle at this stage of the game. Easy to defend for Nova, Monster Shield, especially with that third-person view. You don't have to even put yourself in trouble to try and get those shots. And I think so much utility was popped out early, they do not have any more.
And with the grenade flying out outside there, 9K has been knocked down. The circle is doing so much damage. This is going to be the end of Omen Elite trying to do their best to get one knockdown. But with them behind the wall, that revive is most likely going to come out as Seagull. He's keeping himself going, but he's taking a lot of damage from that circle. No. Nope. Yeah.
There you go. Unfortunately, that's going to be Omen Elite going out in 3rd position. And now they PLM. Purple Mood. They waited. They knew they couldn't take the fight. They tried to avoid it as much as possible, used that utility to not get spotted out, and they get second position. Seems like a little bit like Team Kesso in last game on Sanhok.
Exactly.
Exact same play style, and it does pay off because, once again, that is 22. 3 points going your way. And feels good, man, if you are on the side of Purple Mood. But it is not over until we have the chicken dinner score on your screen.
Oh, my Lord, Jasper. He's down to about 20 health. He's down to about 10. He's using the shots off, but the match has ended. And Nova, Monster Shield come out on top with a fantastic frag amount. And that, of course, illustrious winner, chicken dinner.
Really good plays. They set up once again to get into that main location, and it's just like perfectly executed from them. They had just the best position ever, and they used it to their advantage. Even if they were getting stormed by 4 or 5 teams at the same time, they dealt with the pressure and just sucked it up and took game number 2.
13 kills as well. 13 kills and that winner chicken dinner. That's going to be 43 points for them. Of course, Purple Mood. Great game for them, getting that second place and 5 kills for themselves. Omen Elite,